strange thing is happening in coastal cities across the world. Entire new pieces of land are being created in the sea, not because cities are running out of space, but because building new space has become easier than changing existing space.
I live here in Penang for almost 9 years. I love the place. The nature, beaches, the mountains, the parks, the people, the food, everything. It's just a very nice place to live here. But what I noticed is that they claim land there, on the opposite there. They're building an island rising from the sea. Before it was all ocean. You can look at the other side of the mainland, so there is Butterworth. But that changed all. Can you imagine, it was once all just beach. People sold their food, maybe souvenirs, and the locals are playing on the beach and in the water. But it's over now. They're building houses, beautiful houses, and now they have turned the ocean into an hopefully beautiful land soon.
What makes this place interesting is not simply what is being built offshore. It's the contrast. On one side, places like Gertak Sanggul, fishing boats, narrow roads, buildings added piece by piece over decades. Nobody designed its character. Nobody master planned its identity. It simply became what it became. And then, just offshore, the exact opposite is emerging. A city planned before people arrive. Every road, every district, every function, every square meter assigned and proposed before a community even exists.
And while I'm editing this video and looking at both landscapes at the same time, I found myself wondering which one represents the future and which one represents something we're slowly leaving behind.
The more I looked at Silicon Island and Andaman Island, the more I realized it isn't really a story about Penang. I've seen versions of this all across Asia. Singapore, Hong Kong, Shenzhen, Dubai. Different cultures, different governments, different histories. Yet, somehow, they often seem to imagine the future in a remarkable, similar way. Smart cities, waterfront developments, innovation hubs, mixed-use districts, luxury residences, carefully designed environments. Maybe that's exactly what modern cities need to stay competitive. But it raises an uncomfortable question. If every city is chasing the same vision of success, what happens to the things that once made them different?
Andaman Island is not just a random island, neither is Silicon Island. These are planned reclamation projects designed to extend the city into the sea.
From an economic perspective, projects like these make complete sense. They attract investment, create jobs, expand infrastructure, increase land supply. I understand all of that. In fact, that's what makes this story interesting. Because the debate isn't really between progress and decline. The debate is between two different ideas of progress. One values efficiency, planning, predictability. The other values character, imperfection, the organic way places evolve over time. And perhaps the biggest challenge for modern cities isn't deciding which one is right, but figuring out whether it's still possible to have both. What makes this place interesting is not just what is being built, but what already exists beside it. On one side, quiet coastal life that feels unchanged. On the other, a future being engineered offshore. And the strange part is, both are happening at the same time, in the same view. There's no clear transition between the two, only distance.
This is not unique to Penang. I've seen similar patterns in other parts of the world, like Hong Kong, Singapore, Dubai, Shenzhen, Jakarta, and other coastal parts in China, reclaiming land from the ocean.
Different countries, different systems, same direction. When land becomes limited, cities don't stop growing. They start reshaping the environment itself. And slowly, coastlines stop being boundaries. They become construction zones. From a technical point of view, this makes sense. It creates new economic zones, new infrastructure, new investment opportunities. But over time, something harder to measure begins to shift. Cities become more efficient, more organized, more predictable, and less accidental.
And I have noticed something across Asia after many years of traveling and living here. The more optimized a place becomes, the more it starts to feel similar to everywhere else.
Maybe this is just progress. Maybe it is simple how modern cities evolve now. But standing here, watching new land rise from the sea while older landscapes still exist beside it, it creates a strange feeling. Not that something is being destroyed, but that something is being replaced before it has time to disappear naturally. A faster kind of change, a designed kind of future. Perhaps Silicon Island will become a success. Perhaps Andaman Island will become a success. I wouldn't be surprised if they do. The logic behind them is easy to understand. The demand is real. The ambition is clear. But after spending the day on this southern coastline, I keep coming back to the same thought. The future is becoming easier to design. Yet the places we remember most were rarely designed at all. They evolved, slowly, imperfectly, humanly. And maybe the real question isn't whether we can build new cities. The real question is whether we still know how to create places that feel alive once they're finished.